If you clicked into this video, chances are you're feeling stuck in your career. You may have a decent 9 to 5, it's stable, but it doesn't give you a full sense of meaning or it doesn't feel fun to you. But you're unsure what to do next. In this video, you will walk away with simple, practical steps of how to get unstuck in your career with insights from researchers at companies like Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, and more. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Qian. I'm a senior UX researcher working at a Fortune 500 company. I am a marketer turned UX researcher. A few years ago, I went through the career pivot. I landed my first full-time UXR. I was working solo, leading research with 4 product teams, and now I advanced my career to a senior position at a company that I dreamed of. It looked decent on paper, but lately, to be honest, I have felt a bit stuck. I've been in the go mode to do stuff, create more outputs, but I haven't sit down for a while to think about, is this what I want to continue doing? What does the next stage look like for me? If you feel this sense of stuck, you're not alone. Last week, I attended Learners UXR Research Conference. By the way, this is the most fruitful, practical, informative research conference. I got the opportunity to learn from research leaders at companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, Microsoft, and more. As I sat there listening to the panel talk, I was wondering what set them apart. How did they get to where they're at today? The answer wasn't more research methods or how advanced you are in quantitative analysis and moderating interviews. What they all had in common is something else: intentionality. These research leaders, they weren't just following or doing things in their job description. They were designing their pathways. As you progress more senior in your career, the less likely what you do will be defined by a job description. That line stuck with me. I was like, yeah, right, I can do more than what's in my job description. And oftentimes what I actually do is different from what I was initially hired for. Honestly, this deliberate effort is what got my foot in the door. When I was pivoting from product marketing to research, I wasn't waiting for somebody to offer me a research job. I put into intentional effort to build my hard skills, search for side projects, and to ask our researchers if I can help with shadowing or moderating. I was being very intentional. But lately, I haven't been flexing that muscle. If you're also feeling stuck, this is a signal for us to start looking inward again. So how do you do that? You start by asking yourself questions. Yes, the skill that we all as researchers were all very good at. You start by asking 2 simple questions. When was the last time you lost track of time? When I think about this question, I was like, yeah, when was the last time I felt sense of flow? If you have hard time answering this question, there are 2 tricks. 1, you can start journaling. Here are a few prompts that can help. What was my favorite moment at work this week and why? What drained my energy? If I could design my ideal day, what would it look like? The second trick is do a calendar audit. At the weekend, look at your Google Calendar or Outlook, whatever. Identify where your time goes. I've started daily reflection and calendar audit. This is my weekly ritual, which I literally wrote this morning. For me, what gives me energies are when I'm focused on one thing, less context switching. When I do active recovery like workout or be in the nature, even like 5-minute walk in between meetings. I also feel energetic when I have quality bond one-on-one with my colleague or my friends, when I receive positive feedback, when I learn something new. What drained me, I can see a clear pattern, is when I spend a lot of time on things that lack a clear goal. So say like I attended a bunch of meetings where I didn't feel engaged. I didn't know why I was there, what was the goal, was the ideal outcome. I also felt demotivated when I spent time on logistics, like coordinating meetings or context switching. If you don't know what you like or what you don't like to do, try these 2 simple techniques: journaling and a calendar audit. Second question you should ask yourself is what you are phenomenal at, what you can do better than others. You may wonder, oh, there's always gonna be somebody who do this better than me. Yeah, but you have some unique strength within you. What's something that you feel easy to do compared to other things? As we progress in our career, we have to capitalize on what we're good at. To uncover what you're phenomenal at, ask around your friend, your mentor, your managers. It doesn't have to be a formal feedback review session. You can simply ask, what's something that you think I did well recently? One strength I learned about myself based on the feedback from my manager, my colleague, is that I can deliver research insights in a very concise and engaging way. I guess that might come from my marketing background and experience, but I do feel like, yeah, this is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy the process of putting pieces together and create an engaging story to deliver an outcome to my stakeholders. What's something that you're good at? It is time to understand what's your unfair advantage. Now you figure out what you like to do, what you're phenomenal at, what can we do with this two pieces of information? It's the time to identify an opportunity that allows us to shine. This is what those research leaders all had in common. They approached their managers or their team or cross-function to pitch projects that allow them to flex their strength and let others see that they can actually do more than what's in their job description. This reminds me of my very first full-time job. I was working at a startup. I was doing a ton but didn't get enough recognition. There wasn't a clear career ladder within the company because startup, we do all kinds of things. So in conversation with my manager, I asked her about what does it take for me to get to the next step. And she responded with something I totally didn't expect. She said, why don't you create your own job description? What would your ideal JD look like? I was struck by her question. I never thought I'd get to create my own job description. I was always expecting somebody else to have an ideal job somewhere, and someday some people will see my talent and give it to me. But the ideal job might not exist. It's our responsibility to take care of our career growth. Instead of chasing the next title or escape the current reality, get curious about yourself. We all deserve spending our precious one and only life on things that we're good at and we enjoy. If you found today's video helpful for you, hit subscribe and like. Comment below what's something that you're currently exploring in your career. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for being here. See you in the next one. Bye.